Popping smoke, popping smoke. What's up, everybody? Man, I had a fucking great game. This game was a game for the ages. This is one for the history books. And we're changing the name back to Popping Smoke because Underhype Scum, I think, might make people think that I'm going to talk about Necromundo, where I'm not. However, Popping Smoke is back, ideally, to stay. We'll see how much I get out. The game we had was 2,000 points. We played tacos, tactical objectives, and set up a six objective board that was fairly evenly spaced in a equidistant rectangle. It was very nice. It was a very nice setup. The tacos were a lot of fun. My buddy brought a 2,000 point list of the loyal servants of the Imperium. He had Stygies 8, so maybe not so loyal Imperial units of Scutarius and 2 Tech Priest Engine Seers, so 3 Scutarius, 2 Tech Priest Engine Seer to head up the battalion detachment. Then he had another battalion detachment of Death Watch with the Smash Captain with the hammer, and then he also had a Watchmaster there to obviously do the rerolls alls. On top of that, he had 3 squads of Death Watch. 3 squads of Death Watch Marines, all Primaris, 1 Inceptor with the bolt guns in each of them, a Hellblaster and an Aggressor, and fell out with Intercessors, I almost said Inceptor again, with bolt rifles. He also brought a Knight, and then he also brought 2 Armigers. His Knight had the rapid fire battle cannon and the Gatling gun. The 2 Armigers were the chainsword melter ones. I was allied with Slaanesh. My buddy brought 11, 12. It was like 11 something of Slaanesh. He brought Demon Prince of Slaanesh, a couple Keepers of Secrets. Maybe they were Heralds. I forget exactly. No, they're Heralds of Slaanesh. Keeper of Secrets is the giant demon. A couple Heralds. He also had a couple of the Mauler Fiends. The new Shadow Spear Venom Crawlers. Is that what they're called? The new Shadow Spear spidery looking tanks. He had 2 of those. He also had 2 Greater Possessed, and he also had a Mauler Fiend down at the end. That was pretty tasty, especially when you consider he had a Demon Prince as his warlord with the Soul Stealer sword. Quite tasty. I paid a command point for a second warlord trait because, we said, hey, are you down to let me pay a command point for my second warlord trait? I got Big Killer Boss on a War Boss on War Bike with the Killer Claw. I also had a Death Killer War Trike, and I had a Weird Boy heading up a brigade. 6 units of Grots. I also had 3 mechs with custom mega cannons, and I also had 2 units of bikers and a unit of storm boys, and then 3 smasher guns. That was my list. Teamed up with Slaanesh. We had quite a potent list. Keep going. My buddy obviously out-deployed us because I think I had more drops on my battalion, my brigade, than he had in total. Sorry, I'm actually quite tired. I'm extremely fatigued. The net of him getting the +1 was not too much because my buddy rolled a fairly high roll on the roll off, and my buddy did not manage to seize, so we went first. Turn 1, I moved my bikers downfield a little bit, shot one of his armigers up pretty hard with my smasher guns, and that's about it. Moved up a little bit, waddled around, put some grots in different places. Cast a jump on some grots. They almost made their points back by shooting at Scutarius, but it turns out when you hit well, you don't wound well, and then they make really boss-ass armor saves. The game itself was amazing. We had a great time just chatting and having it first time in a long time that we all got to meet up and play a game. Then we had a really good back and forth going on at that point. When one friend would get in a spot where we're like, I don't know what you're going to do about this, man. And he shot the fuck out of my friend's demon vehicles. They were like, all right, what are we going to do? So we get him in a bad space. And on our turn 2, we managed to back his knight into a corner. And his knight's in melee, and he hits his knight with the Master of Possession. Does some work, really hurts it. Then I hit his knight with my war boss that had Fists of Gork cast on. I'm going to go get some water beer. Getting Fists of Gork on my brutal but cunning war boss. I said big killer boss, but it's brutal but cunning. War boss, and the killer claw means he was a terrifying strength 16, AP minus 3, damage flat 4 on 6 attacks, rerolling all hits, all wounds. Disgusting. Utterly disgusting. He hits the knight for just enough damage to kill it. He has 8 wounds left. I get 8 wounds across. The knight goes. He blows the knight up. He was thinking about trying to shoot with it on a relic, but on a stratagem, but what you have to do is make sure it doesn't explode first. Well, my friends, it fucking exploded. And not only did it exploded 10 inches from a knight base, and it was at the center of the board, so it basically blew up most of the field. At least on my buddies, half to our third of the board. It was pretty savage. His half to like kind of a third of our area was all nuked. Master Possession gone. 2 Greater Possessed gone. Heralds gone. Demon Prince near dead. I think he actually was gone too. Unit of bikers on my side gone. All sorts of stuff just disappearing. Actually, the bikers didn't take that much damage. They just got boosted later. What else got disappeared? Basically, my buddy's last 600 points of Slaanesh got evaporated off the field when his knight went super critical and exploded everywhere. This resulted in us getting so many freaking points that my buddy surrendered. He went through quite a turn after we blew up his knight to try to shoot everything we had, but we pulled ahead so far, and honestly, I was in a pretty good position. I know my friend wasn't, and he was effectively off of the board, and actually was truly off of the board. My other friend still had 40 grots to get through. I had melee units on tap in the backfield to charge his knight, and not his knight, but his death watch and the squads he had left. And I also had all of my smasher guns and all of my arty completely intact, and I was gonna boof all of his stuff. He surrendered and gave us a minor in pointage, as we were kind of running away with the points at that stage. We got, big game hunter with a knight, so it's D3. Then we got take no prisoners of the 6 units or whatever the take no prisoners maximum is. So we got 2D3 or 3D3 plus 3. It was a pretty massive swing for us. I think we got 8 victory points there, and that's when my friend said, I can't really turn it around, as you were going to maintain some objective holding, and I was gonna still hold a lot of objectives while he had to come across and fucking get blasted by my mega cannons the whole game. Was he completely out of it? No. Was I in a hell of a lot better shape than he was estimating? Probably. Was I in as good a shape as I was estimating? Probably not. So, really fun game. It was great to play with my friends again. And, yeah. Looking forward to rolling the dice and slaughtering yet again. The Orks did well. The shining unit for the Orks was either the war boss or the smasher gun, or maybe the grots that almost wiped the Scatarius unit. Almost is the keyword. When their wounds came across not so hot, they didn't wipe any Scatarius, but you can only hope for so much. At the end of the day, notes for myself: I don't want to run smasher guns anymore. They're not that fun for the other guy, and if they're not having fun, I'm not having fun. So I'm probably not gonna run Smash and Guns next game. I really like the War Bikers. I really loved all of my War Biker shit, so I'm looking forward to running a lot more War Biker type stuff in the future. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a hell of a battle, and talk about a bang. Finishing with a bang. I know my friend spent a little while shooting afterwards, but honestly, the end of the game was the knight exploding. I'll catch y'all later.